Most people lose respect in conversations long before they realize it, and the scary part is no one tells them. A room can feel warm and friendly, yet one small habit can quietly shift the energy. Smiles become polite. Responses become shorter. Invitations slowly stop coming. The truth is uncomfortable but powerful. People rarely dislike you for who you are. They dislike how they feel when they talk to you. And that feeling is often shaped by small conversation habits you repeat every single day without noticing. Social psychologists have found that people form strong impressions within minutes, and once that impression settles, it becomes very hard to change. That means a few careless patterns in the way you speak can decide whether others see you as confident or insecure, respectful or arrogant, trustworthy or unsafe. In this video, you will discover 10 conversation habits that quietly push people away, damage attraction, and reduce respect. These are not obvious mistakes like shouting or insulting someone. These are subtle behaviors, normal behaviors, even common behaviors. That is why they are dangerous. Some of them may shock you because you might think they make you look smart, helpful, or confident, when in reality, they create the opposite effect. You will learn why interrupting makes people feel invisible, why giving advice too quickly can make you look controlling, why small negative comments slowly destroy your image, and why your phone can ruin your social value without you saying a single word. You will also understand the psychology behind these habits, what they signal about you, and how people silently judge them. Most importantly, you will learn simple corrections that instantly improve how others respond to you. This is not about becoming fake. It is about becoming aware. The difference between someone who is liked and someone who is avoided is often just awareness. Research in human behavior shows that people remember emotional impact more than exact words. They forget sentences. They remember how you made them feel. That means every conversation is building your reputation. Every talk is either increasing respect or slowly lowering it. Many careers have stalled, not because of lack of skill, but because of poor communication habits. Many friendships have faded, not because of conflict, but because of subtle irritation. Many relationships have cooled, not because of betrayal, but because one person consistently made the other feel unheard. These patterns are rarely discussed openly. People do not confront you about them. They simply adjust their distance. That is why watching this video until the end matters. The first few habits may feel familiar, but the later ones are deeper and more uncomfortable. The final habit in particular is one that most people defend, yet it silently destroys connection in modern social life. If you truly want to increase your influence, your respect, and your social intelligence, you need to see yourself honestly. This video will act like a mirror, not a harsh mirror, a clear one. By the end, you will be able to spot these habits in yourself within seconds. You will notice them in others too, and once you see them, you cannot unsee them. That awareness alone can transform the way people respond to you. Conversations will feel smoother. People will open up more. Trust will grow faster. Opportunities will increase. Because at the core of success, whether in friendships, dating, business, or leadership, is one simple skill: making people feel valued when they speak to you. Stay with me until the end, because each habit builds on the previous one, and together they reveal a powerful truth about human connection that most people learn too late. Welcome to our channel, where we break down psychology, behavior, and social intelligence in simple words you can apply immediately. If you are serious about improving your communication, building stronger relationships, and becoming someone people naturally respect, subscribe now and join us. Let's begin. Human beings decide fast, very fast. Research in social psychology shows that first impressions form within seconds, and once they form, the brain looks for proof to support them. That means when you open your mouth, People are not just hearing words, they are building a judgment. Your tone, timing, reactions and small habits all shape perception. Words create emotional signals. Emotional signals create reputation, and reputation decides opportunity. Social success is not only about being intelligent or talented, it affects your career growth, your friendships, your dating life, and the level of respect you receive in a room. Many people work hard on skills, but ignore communication. They polish their resume, but ignore their presence. They improve their knowledge, but forget that knowledge must travel through conversation. A single careless habit, repeated daily, can quietly damage how others see you. Small habits create big social consequences. A small interruption, repeated 10 times, builds the image of arrogance. A small complaint repeated every day builds the image of negativity. These patterns stack. Over time they define you. Most people never realize this is happening. They blame others for being distant. They blame luck. They blame personality differences. But often the real cause is conversational behavior. Let's expose the habits that ruin your image without you realizing it. The first habit is interrupting people. It looks simple. Someone is speaking, and before they finish, you jump in. Sometimes you finish their sentence. Sometimes you correct them mid-story. Sometimes you cut them off because you think your point is more important. You may even believe you are being enthusiastic, but to the other person, it feels like their voice does not matter. Interrupting sends a strong emotional message. It says, my thoughts are more important than yours. It says, I am not patient enough to let you complete your idea. Even if your intention is good, the effect feels disrespectful. Psychologically, interrupting often signals ego or impatience. It can reveal a need to control the direction of the conversation. It may show anxiety, where silence feels uncomfortable and must be filled quickly. People may not call you out directly. Instead, they will shorten their responses around you. They will speak less. They will protect their space. The correction is simple but powerful. Pause before speaking. Let the other person finish fully. Count 1 second in your mind before responding. That small pause communicates respect. It shows confidence. Calm people do not rush to speak. They listen fully, then respond with control. The second habit is making everything about yourself. Someone shares a story about their vacation, and within seconds you shift the focus to your trip. Someone talks about their challenge, and you respond with your bigger challenge. Every topic becomes a bridge back to your experiences. On the surface, this may feel like connection. You think you are relating, but when it happens constantly, it feels competitive. It feels like you are fighting for attention. The emotional impact is subtle but strong. The other person feels unseen. Instead of feeling heard, they feel overshadowed. Psychologically, this habit often signals insecurity. It can reveal a hidden need for validation. When you constantly redirect attention to yourself, it suggests you want recognition more than connection. People sense this. They may not analyze it deeply, but they feel the imbalance. The correction is to ask follow-up questions. When someone shares something, stay there. Ask how it felt. Ask what happened next. Let their moment remain theirs. Real connection grows when people feel centered, not competed with. The third habit is constant complaining. Every conversation includes frustration. Traffic is bad. Work is unfair. People are annoying. Weather is terrible. Life is difficult. Occasional frustration is human, but repeated negativity drains energy. Emotions are contagious. Studies on emotional contagion show that people absorb the mood of those around them. If you consistently bring negative energy, others feel heavier after speaking with you. Over time, they begin to associate you with stress. Psychologically, constant complaining can signal a victim mindset. It suggests powerlessness. It can imply that you focus more on problems than solutions. People are drawn toward those who feel stable and constructive. They avoid those who amplify stress. The correction is not to pretend everything is perfect. The correction is balance. If you mention a problem, also mention a solution or a lesson. Shift from pure complaint to growth perspective. That subtle change transforms how your words feel. The fourth habit is fake listening. You nod. You say yes. You maintain eye contact. But inside, you are waiting for your turn to speak. You are preparing your response instead of absorbing their words. The other person senses it. They feel that you are physically present but mentally elsewhere. Being unheard is one of the strongest social pains. When someone feels unheard, they feel unimportant. Psychologically, fake listening signals self-absorption. It shows that your priority is expression, not understanding. Strong communicators reverse this pattern. They listen to understand, not to respond. The correction is powerful and simple. Repeat back key points. Paraphrase what they said. Say, so what you are saying is this. This proves attention. It makes people feel valued instantly. The fifth habit is giving unsolicited advice. Someone shares a struggle, and before they finish, you provide solutions. You analyze. You instruct. You fix. Sometimes people do not want solutions. They want empathy. When advice is given without request, it can feel controlling. It can imply that you think you know better. Even if your advice is correct, the timing can create resistance. Psychologically, this behavior can signal superiority. It may show a need to feel knowledgeable or important. Advice has value, but only when invited. The correction is a single question. Ask, do you want advice or just support? This question changes everything. It gives control back to the speaker. It shows respect for their autonomy. The sixth habit is one-upping. Someone shares pain and you share worse pain. Someone shares success and you top it with a bigger success. Every exchange becomes a competition ladder. Even if you do not mean it that way, the pattern feels competitive. Instead of connection, there is comparison. Psychologically, one-upping often signals a need for validation. It can reveal insecurity masked as confidence. When you constantly escalate stories, it suggests you want to be seen as more experienced, more successful, or more resilient. People grow tired of this quickly. The correction is simple but requires discipline. Celebrate others fully. When someone shares a win, amplify it. When they share pain, sit with it. Do not redirect. Do not escalate. Just acknowledge. The seventh habit is gossiping too much. Talking about others can feel bonding in the moment. Sharing inside information creates temporary closeness, but it builds long-term distrust. If you gossip with me, I assume you will gossip about me. Trust is fragile. Once broken, it is hard to rebuild. Psychologically, heavy gossiping signals low trustworthiness. It suggests you prioritize entertainment over integrity. People may smile and participate, but internally they lower their guard around you. The correction is to redirect conversations gently. Shift the topic, or speak positively about the person being discussed. This signals maturity and builds silent respect. The eighth habit is dominating the conversation. You speak longer than others. You control topic changes. You rarely pause. Silence feels uncomfortable, so you fill it. Others struggle to enter. This creates imbalance. Conversations are shared spaces. When one person occupies most of it, others feel excluded. Psychologically, dominating can signal lack of awareness. It can also signal anxiety or need for control. Balanced speakers monitor energy. They notice when they have spoken too long. The correction is the 50-50 rule. Aim to speak roughly half the time. If you notice you have been talking for a while, invite others in. Ask their opinion. Create space. The ninth habit is being constantly negative or critical. You correct grammar. You point out flaws. You highlight errors. You challenge ideas aggressively. Constructive feedback has value, but constant criticism creates tension. It signals judgment. People begin to feel evaluated rather than accepted. Psychologically, frequent criticism can signal arrogance. It may show a need to feel intellectually superior. The correction is to look for what is good first. Acknowledge strengths before weaknesses. This small shift softens your presence and increases receptiveness. The 10th habit is looking at your phone while someone talks. This behavior has become normalized in digital culture, yet its emotional impact remains strong. When you glance at your screen mid-conversation, you send a silent message. It says something else may be more important. It reduces the value of the moment. Psychologically, it signals low importance placed on the speaker. Even brief checking can damage connection. The correction is simple. Place your phone face down or out of reach. Give full attention. Attention is one of the highest forms of respect. At a deeper level, conversation is not just about exchanging information, it is about exchanging emotional signals. People rarely remember exact sentences. They remember feelings. They remember whether they felt heard or dismissed, valued or ignored, respected or competed with. Every habit discussed shapes that emotional memory. Conversations are emotional experiences disguised as word exchanges. When someone feels safe, respected, and important around you, they naturally gravitate closer. Respect combined with attention creates likability, not forced charm. Not scripted charisma, just consistent small behaviors repeated daily. Social intelligence grows not from dramatic gestures, but from eliminating subtle negative patterns. Each habit removed increases your influence quietly. Each correction strengthens your presence without noise. Over time, people begin to respond differently. They open up more. They trust faster. They recommend you. They include you. The shift feels almost invisible at first, yet its impact spreads into every area of life, shaping opportunity, reputation, and connection in ways most people never trace back to simple conversation habits. Conversations decide more than you think. At the beginning of this video, we talked about how respect can quietly disappear without anyone saying a word. Now you can see why. It is rarely one big mistake. It is the small habits, the quick interruption, the constant complaint, the silent glance at the phone, the need to compete instead of connect. Maybe no one told you this before. Maybe no one explained that people are not reacting to your personality as much as they are reacting to your patterns. These are small habits. They look harmless. They feel normal. But small habits create social reputation, and social reputation shapes your opportunities, your friendships, your influence, and your future. Every conversation is building your image in someone's mind. Every word is either adding trust or reducing it. The powerful part is this: you can change it, starting today. You do not need new talent. You do not need new looks. You need awareness and small corrections. Pause before speaking. Listen fully. Celebrate others. Put the phone down. Replace complaint with growth. These tiny shifts change how people feel around you. And when you change how people feel, you change how they treat you. Your words introduce you before your character can. So choose them carefully. Now I want to hear from you. Which habit surprised you the most? Which one do you think you need to work on first? Write it in the comments. Be honest. Growth starts with awareness. Then challenge yourself to improve just one habit this week. Not all 10, just one. Small, consistent change creates powerful long-term results. If you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel for more psychology and self-improvement content that helps you become socially intelligent, confident, and respected. Like this video so more people can discover it. Share it with someone who cares about improving their communication. We are building social intelligence together, step by step, habit by habit, and the next conversation you have could already feel different.